choice?
Forests, mountains, rivers, what do you fancy?
Anything I can negotiate in these heels.
Good, you're still here, Jamie. I've managed to get the projector hooked up for the games test. Can you get me the disc? I want to see what it looks like on the big screen.
Well, we were just about to head out, if I have to.
Maya, what are you doing?
I'm checking out. My bill, please.
Are you mad? The games testers will be here at 1.
That's your problem, Ivan. I quit. I've just been offered a better job at HXB. Better pay, better treatment. You don't give me the credit I deserve for all the work I've put in for developing the games.
You can't expect to get the same credit as a designer.
Jenny.
Well, it's true. Designers create the concept. She just builds on our ideas.
None of the ideas that you and Jamie come up with would materialise if it wasn't for me slogging my guts out.
The game's gone. The game's gone. Someone's broken into my room.
You are kidding.
No, someone's taken the master copy from my briefcase. And now you're checking out?
What are you suggesting?
Oh, come on. Open the bag.
No way, how dare you?
Perhaps we should talk about this in the office.
But we were going out.
Come on!
Okay, team, stand by. We've got a case.
The files?
Welcome to the Academy of Criminal Investigation. A serious crime has taken place in the hotel above, and if you solve it, you can get into the academy. Tell me who you are.
I'm Katie. We're from Liverpool, and I think I make a good detective because I'm very good at listening and very inquisitive.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, and I think I'd be a good detective because I'm very nosy and very, very chatty.
Hi, I'm Olivia, and I think I'd make a great detective because I'm interested in chemistry, physics and biology.
Let me tell you what I know about the suspects. Asante Games, a successful computer games company, are launching a brand new game for the Christmas market, and tests are being held in the hotel today. Now, star designer Jamie Smith has had the master copy of Quasar Wars stolen from a locked briefcase in his locked bedroom, which is bedroom number 8 on the 2nd floor. The company is owned by Ivan Asante. He was a really big designer in the 1990s. He now concentrates on running his company. Jenny Emery is Jamie's girlfriend. She's also a designer. Her room is next door. Maya Mandel. She's a games developer. Now, she surprised everyone today that she's announcing she's going to go to rival company HXB. Now, that's what I know about the suspects. Let's have a look at their statements.
At breakfast, Jamie and I talked about going out and doing something before the games test. But I still had to wash my hair, so we went back up to our rooms. About 10:15, Jamie knocked on the connecting doors looking for me. I said I would get him down in reception once I dried my hair. If you ask me, Maya did it. She's about to go and work for HXB, and obviously it's in their interest to delay the launch of our game. She must have got into Jamie's room while we were at breakfast. She once helped me break into my car when I locked the keys inside. Bet she could get into a room just as easily. Maya must have guessed the combination to the briefcase. 311. Jamie picked it because it's my birthday.
Well, I locked the game in my briefcase before I went for breakfast with Jenny this morning. And that was 9:15. We were back in the room by 10. We had planned to spend the morning exploring, but Jenny decided she wanted to do her hair first. So I read a magazine for a quarter of an hour. And then I went to chase her up, and she still had a towel round her head because she was drying her hair. I said I'd see her in the reception. And I remember locking the door between our rooms. Jenny followed me about 5 minutes later. Then Ivan came through and said he wanted me to go fetch the game. See, thing is, I don't think my room was broken into, or the briefcase, because I had to use the combination to open it.
Look, HXB are having a problem with a new game they're developing, so they headhunted me. The managing director phoned my mobile at 9:30 this morning and said that he'd double my current salary if I could start straight away. So I accepted on the spot and started to pack. The fact that Jamie and Jenny immediately accused me of stealing the game just proves what little respect they've got for me. And by the way, Ivan and Jamie had a massive row last night. Got quite ugly.
I was in the dining room till about 9 o'clock. Then I headed up to the conference room to set up for the games test. I eventually got the projector hooked up by about 25 past 10. Then I headed down to reception to ask Jamie for the prototype. Jamie's contract is up for renew next month, and he's been asking for a huge salary increase. The thought has crossed my mind that maybe he staged the whole thing to let me know how much I need him.
We're looking for motive, means, and opportunity. After seeing that, who do you think has the strongest motive?
I think it could be Maya because she just got a new job, so she's seen an opportunity.
No, I do agree with that, but I think it could be Jenny because Jamie said when he was talking that she came out behind him 5 minutes later after she's washed her hair to reception, so that's a bit suspicious.
The investigators suspect that Maya had a motive to steal Jamie's game and that Jenny may have had an opportunity, but the team shouldn't ignore Ivan or Jamie. There's clearly friction between them over money, which could point to a motive.
Okay, time to update your incident board and your timeline. Let me just explain what they are. Your timeline is to plot where and when your suspects were during the crime, and your incident board is for jotting down anything that you find interesting that you feel may be a lead. Go ahead.
Right, we get a pen. Right, so we're going to do some writing here.
It's important in any investigation to record every detail of an incident, no matter how small or seemingly innocent.
Okay, so I'm doing Jenny at the moment. I'm not sure about her, she's a bit suspicious. What are you writing?
He claims that Jamie did it.
Cool. Olivia? Have you got... Yeah, you've got the hair.
But it wouldn't take like nearly an hour to wash your hair, would it? And dry
So I'm
it?
suspicious of her.
Yeah.
What else have you got?
So does Jamie start eating his?
It's all about making decisions and making decisions quickly, as the crime scene cannot remain locked down forever. We can't detain the suspects forever either.
That's a CCTV agent, Grant.
Ah, thank you. Team, gather round. Our first piece of vital information has come through. This evidence is the CCTV footage from the hotel above. It's very, very important because it can help prove whether or not our suspects were lying when they say where they were. You have to excuse me, I need to go back and comb the crime scene one more time.
Okay, so it's staircase.
Staircase. 9:22.
Oh, that was that Ivan?
Yeah.
Ivan.
And 9:25.
Walks right there. Walks out with a rope, yeah?
And 9:25, he's gone. 10 a.m. Jamie and Jenny are walking up the stairs.
Why would they be walking up the stairs?
Talking. It looks like they're talking
Oh, okay.
about something.
Okay, that's alright.
And it looks like they're going towards the bedrooms.
Talking.
Okay.
Now,
9:16.
Jamie at 10:16. He's walking down the stairs.
Okay.
And now, I think it looks like Maya at 10:18 a.m. She's walking up the stairs.
She looks a bit bothered, doesn't she?
Yeah.
No.
Now, 10:20
Why is she
a.m.
looking at the
She's
camera?
walking down the stairs.
She looked at the camera then, didn't she?
Why would she know where the camera was?
She's gone into that
I
room.
think she was just looking around.
Now,
Who's
that
that?
looks like Jenny.
That's Jenny.
10:23 a.m.
Jenny was walking downstairs, yeah?
Yeah. She's gone past the room that Maya went into.
She's going down very slow.
Ivan, I think that's the name. 10:24 a.m. He's gone this way. And now 10:24 a.m. still he's looking down the stairs, walking down the stairs.
Why would he do that?
He might be looking for someone because he keeps going to that bedroom. I think he's looking for Jamie.
Okay, what else? We've got quite a lot of times here.
If you could take this to the forensics lab, please.
10:16.
Jamie
Thank
went
you.
down the stairs.
Yeah.
Team, gather round. Has the CCTV revealed anything?
Yeah,
quite a lot.
Yes, quite a lot.
Tell me.
Jamie walked down the stairs first and he had a pair of gloves in his hand. And then when Jenny come down, she had a pair of gloves in her hand as well.
Anything else?
Ivan, he went upstairs quite a lot, and he came downstairs at one point with something in his hand, like a rope, and we thought maybe it would to be fixing the projector.
Or like a
hanging down.
wire or something.
At 10:20 a.m. when Maya was going down the stairs, at 10:18 she went up the stairs, and at 10:20 she walked down the stairs and she looked around and she looked at the CCTV camera, which is a bit...
They kept going into like the same rooms when they went upstairs, kept going into the same 2 rooms. We thought that was a bit
They
strange.
were all looking for Jamie and
Have you changed your ideas on who has the strongest motive so far?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. Go on then.
I said before that it might be Maya and Jenny, but I think I'm getting a bit more suspicious on Jamie now, even though he did create the game himself. I think he might be trying to hide it because we saw him with the gloves.
And I think it's Jamie as well, because he might want to prove to like Ivan that he needs him.
The CCTV footage has made the team more suspicious of Jamie, but it sounds like all 4 suspects had the opportunity to steal the game, if they were able to get into Jamie's locked bedroom.
I want you to follow me up to the forensics lab. I want to talk to you about trace evidence. Now, trace evidence is very important. Small, tiny pieces of information that the suspect may have left behind without them even knowing. We've got to look for samples of clothing, hair fibres, fingerprints, footprints, maybe even saliva. We know that the game was stolen from a locked briefcase in a locked bedroom. Now, there's 2 ways to get into the bedroom. There's the main door. The lock wasn't tampered with. It's an electric keycard lock. Also, there's a connecting door between Jenny and Jamie's room. This key was on Jamie's side, okay? This is Jamie's briefcase, and I found this pencil lying on the floor on Jamie's side. And I don't know if it's attached to the crime, but every single piece of evidence should be followed up. I'll leave you to it.
So we're going to examine this briefcase, see if there's anything on it.
Oh, you guys got some.
Okay, let's have a look at this one. And we've got a few scratches here. And then here's a piece of fibre. It's like off some clothes, like maybe a cardigan or something, but it's wool. See anything I can see?
The pencil, it's got scratch marks where the wood is. What are you doing?
You
Katie?
found anything yet?
I'm looking at the fibre that we found.
The lead's chipped.
You found it? Anything on it yet?
Zoom in a bit.
Do you know what it is, yeah?
Oh, guys, I found something.
This key's got some scratches on, like just a few little scratches, but I'm not sure what it's of. Well, one of them, like looks old, a bit old, because it's like part of it, I think.
Team, what have you found in the forensics lab?
Well, whilst we were looking at the case, we found some scratches on the locks, and we found a piece of fibre.
From what, do you think?
We
A
think
jumper
it
or
might,
a cardigan?
yeah, maybe it could be off some gloves.
A pencil was found near the door, and it had chipped lead. The lead was chipped a bit at the top. The rubber had been used around the edge.
So it's a used pencil. Good finds. Now comes the time where you have 4 suspects. You can interrogate 1 at this moment. With all this evidence that you've gathered, who would you like to interrogate first?
Jenny.
Okay, let's bring her down.
Sit down, please.
What were you wearing before and after you got into your shower?
I was wearing this when I went down for breakfast, I think, and then I dressed to go out, so I wore a purple jacket and a kind of pinky purpley hat and glove. No, sorry, hat and scarf and black gloves. It was black gloves.
What time did you say you would meet Jamie at the reception?
When he came into the room, it was about 15:15, and I think I just said I would get him in a few minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. I wasn't quite done with my hair.
Where were you at 10 a.m. This morning?
10 a.m. I must have been coming up from breakfast with Jamie.
Why did Jamie tell you the combination to the case?
Jamie and I don't really have secrets from each other.
Do you think Jamie is valued as an employee?
Jamie and Ivan had a bit of a run-in last night because Jamie wants a percentage of the sales and just a bit more appreciation generally in the company. And to my mind, he's completely worth it. The company would be nowhere without him, and no, they don't take him seriously enough.
Are you telling the truth?
Are you telling the truth?
Yes, I'm telling the truth.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't believe I'm being accused of this. Why would I steal from my own boyfriend?
Apologies, Miss Emery. We won't keep you long.
Prototype computer game Quasar Wars, designed by Jamie Smith, has gone missing from his locked briefcase in his locked room at the hotel. Ivan Asante runs the company Asante Games, but has fallen out with Jamie over his demands for a huge salary increase. Jenny Emery, Jamie's girlfriend, was staying in an adjoining room to Jamie and was wearing black gloves around the time of the incident, as was Jamie. Games developer Maya Mundell has been acting suspiciously on the CCTV footage and has just announced she's leaving Asante Games, having been offered another job at rival company HXB. Forensic analysis has revealed a black fibre found on the briefcase in the room and a used pencil on the floor.
Today's team are very astute, and although there are some large holes still in the case, they seem to be picking up on the smallest of details, and sometimes the smallest of details can reveal the largest of clues.
Because he said that he knocked for Jenny.
Yeah.
And
Katie, what are you looking at?
It's a new piece of evidence, piece of paper with a number on it, found in the dining room.
It's a telephone number, 0207. That's for Central London. Let's ring it.
Okay, cool.
We're on the telephone. You can dial.
Okay.
Good morning, HXB Games. Can I help you?
HXB Games. Who's been ringing HXB Games? Come round. Maya said that she had a phone call. Come on. Maya said that she had a phone call from the managing director at 9:30. I think we need to send this to the lab for analysis to see if we can link it to one of the suspects. Now, we've already interviewed one of our suspects. We've got another two to interrogate. Which one's next?
I think it's going to be Ivan.
Why Ivan?
Because, like, he's the quietest and he's the least expected.
Are you all agreed on that?
Yes.
Ivan it is.
Where on earth am I?
Just take a seat, please.
I was in a hotel a minute ago.
Hello.
Hello.
How do you feel about Jamie?
Well, as a person, I find him arrogant and irritating. As a designer, I think he's very good.
Are you annoyed that Jamie has asked for a higher salary?
Oh, yes. Very much so. He was out of order last night. We talked about it and it became a full-blown argument, and he was asking for far too much money.
What were you carrying at 9:25 when you went into the conference room?
That would be a SCART cable. I was trying to get the game hooked up to a big screen.
Are you annoyed at Maya?
Well, what do you think? Jamie's asking for a pay rise. I've lost my game. Maya's just walked out on me on the same day. It's a nightmare. So, yeah, I'm very annoyed.
Who do you think completed the crime?
If I may say, I think it's kind of odd that no doors were broken into, no cases were broken into. This is all Jamie's room, you see. So I think the finger's kind of pointing towards Jamie. I think he's taken the game away, give me a panic, let me realize that I really need him. And I do, if the game's lost, I do need him, but this isn't the way to go about it.
Thank you, no more questions.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
I'm being locked up. Look, it's my business. I'm the one who stands to lose a fortune. It's absurd.
Mr. Asante, if you're innocent, then you have nothing to worry about.
He's lying, yeah. Because he said...
Here's the report and the bedside table from Jenny's room.
Thank you. Team, it looks like we have two new pieces of evidence. Oh, minute traces of white rubber were found on the barrels of the combination lock on the briefcase. And this is the bedside table, which is in Jenny's room. The maids noticed there's a mark on it which wasn't there yesterday. I suggest you take a good look at this and do it quickly because my scientists want to take it away for further analysis.
It looks like a burn.
Yeah. And the rubber on the pencil that we found earlier, the rubber was worn away a bit.
Yeah, so it
it
would have
must
been
be
that
off there.
pencil. That looks like a burn.
It looks like a burn to me. It's much lighter than all the rest, do you think?
I think the team is right to deduce that the rubber traces found on the lock of Jamie's briefcase came from the pencil found at the crime scene. But what does this tell us about the culprit? And who dropped that note containing the phone number for HXB Games in the dining room? I can reveal that all 4 suspects had breakfast in the dining room this morning.
When I questioned her, she said that because the boyfriend and girlfriend, they don't keep secrets from each other.
Gather round, team. Team, gather round. Forensics have come up with an analysis of the mark on the bedside table from Jenny Imrie's room. The mark was a scorch mark caused by heat. And now the only source of sufficient heat in Jenny's room is the hairdryer, and the hairdryer could generate enough heat to scorch the wood, but only if the hot air was directed at the surface of wood for a period of time. They estimate at least 5 minutes. What do you think of that?
Well, when she was drying her hair, she could have been drying her hair with the hairdryer and she could have been interrupted or something and put it
because
down.
she washed her hair beforehand, didn't she? So she might want to dry it and then, like you said, she might have put it back on the table and then gone to see what the interruption was and then come back.
But we thought that she was lying about washing her hair
For that long,
She
'cause it
mustn't
doesn't
have
take you
been
that
if
long.
she
Unless
was
she
doing-
set it up so it looks like she was drying her hair. She might not have been drying her hair. She might have just put it there.
Done it or
to
something.
make- yeah,
Done it.
to set
I think
it
you're
up.
picking up some good leads. You've got Jamie and Maya left to interrogate, but you can only interrogate one more.
We think we've decided to go with Maya.
So Maya it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's bring her down.
Well, I hope this is going to be quick because I've got a job to go to.
Just a few questions. Could you please write down the numbers 1 to 10 horizontally? Thank you. Why did you go to the second floor at 10:15?
I was going up to the others' rooms to let them know that I was quitting. I tried Jamie's room first. He wasn't in. I tried Jenny's room. She wasn't answering. I could hear her hairdryer going. Then I tried Ivan's room. He wasn't in, so I gave up.
And why did you walk downstairs and look up at the CCTV cameras?
Well, that would have been when I was on my way, but I wasn't aware that I looked at the cameras.
Why are you leaving your company?
Because they don't give me credit for the work I do.
How do you feel about Jenny and Jamie and their relationship together?
Jamie stole Jenny from Ivan, so there's a lot of tension between Jamie and Ivan. And they had a massive row last night. Jamie was threatening to walk out of Asante Games, and Ivan said that he didn't care because Quasar Wars was the property of Asante Games, that doesn't matter whether he walks or not.
Could you tell me about the items of clothing you're wearing today?
I was wearing this.
So what materials are they made out of?
Oh, for goodness sake, I don't know. I think this is acrylic or something. This is cotton mix. I've got cotton cords on. I don't know.
Thank you. There are no more questions.
I want to make a phone call, please.
You can't. Just sit tight for a moment. If you could tie together all your loose ends and have one final conversation, and then in just a short while, I'm going to be asking you who you think the real criminal is.
Okay, so when Maya said came up the stairs, she said she went into, she knocked on all 3 doors. So Jamie must have been downstairs.
And Jenny claims that she thinks that Maya did it, but I think she's only...
She might be covering herself.
Yeah, she might be covering herself by saying that she did it because she's leaving and dead suspiciously.
Yeah, so she
So,
said
yeah.
Maya said that she heard a hairdryer, but it might have been that Jenny might have been in there, or she
Jenny
might have been in Jamie's room.
Also,
Getting the-
we've got this
And
evidence
yeah,
from before.
and do you know
haven't
what
we?
as well? She might have dropped the pencil when Maya knocked at Jamie's door
And ran
if she was
through
in there.
quickly.
She might have dropped the pencil and she left the hairdryer on, but she probably didn't think that it would burn it, but she left it on, so if anyone knocked for her, they thought that they couldn't she couldn't hear them.
This is Maya's handwriting, and this is the goodness knows handwriting, which was found in the dining room.
The 7 and the 9 are absolutely different.
Yeah, completely different.
It's time to bring down the final suspect.
We won't keep you long. Team, you've seen all the evidence. You've interviewed 3 of the 4 suspects. I want to know, who is your prime suspect?
Our prime suspect is Jenny.
Interesting. Let's see if you're right.
It was Jenny Imrie. She had means and opportunity, but how did she get into Jamie's locked room? As you deduced, Jenny told Jamie that she needed to wash her hair, but this was a lie. She just wrapped a towel around her head to make it look like she just washed it. Jenny started up the hairdryer and left it running on her bedside table. She probably pushed a newspaper under the connecting door and pushed the key out of the lock with a nail file or wire coat hanger. Then she pulled the newspaper back under the door, dragging the key with it. Of course she knew Jamie had used her birthday as the combination code on the briefcase, so opening it was no problem. She locked the connecting door, leaving the key in the lock on Jamie's side so it would look like she hadn't come in that way. I think she'd been offered a large sum of money by rival company HXB Games to steal the master copy, which would cause the game's launch to be delayed. Finally, Jenny went back to her own room via the main door, slipping beneath the CCTV camera without being seen.
You're all free to go. Thank you for your time and cooperation. Miss Imrie, you stay where you are. You've done it! Well done! Another crime solved and 3 more entries into the academy. Who did you suspect?